From private small lake, you could call it, to big lake / reservoir, however you pronounce that,
You got it.
to Cherry Creek schools and competitive sports, to friendly neighbors. Today we are going to cover your guide to Southshore Neighborhood in Southeast Aurora.
Let's do it. All right, guys, we are the Mile High Property Brothers, and you are watching Living in Denver, Colorado YouTube channel.
Correct?
We are a couple of real estate brokers here in the Denver metro area, and we put out videos at least a few times a week showing you everything there is to know about living in Denver, Colorado.
Correct. And as much as we love making these videos for you guys and all the outreach, we love more to help you with your real estate needs. So if there's any specific questions or anything you'd like us to elaborate on as far as real estate, please feel free to text that number below or give us a phone call. We are the ones that text message or respond to those text messages. We are also the ones that answer that phone call. Some of you have called a little bit later in the night. We do have kiddos. We will answer, assuming it's super important. However, please be cognizant of that. But if you got questions, and that's the only time you can call, we'd love to answer all those. We'd love to answer all those questions. We're gonna get right to it. We are in Southeast Aurora, inside of neighborhood Southshore. A lot of great things to cover. So today we're gonna give you that guide into Southshore, everything it has to offer. So here we go.
Okay, guys, so if you're checking out Southshore, you're probably interested in a place to live. So what do the homes look like out here, and what can you expect to pay? So if we look at the average price of homes in the Southshore area, you're looking at about $530,000. Now, just because that's the average price doesn't necessarily mean that's what you can expect to spend, because there's quite a bit of range out here.
Biggest point with that, guys, and probably one of the biggest reasons for some of that higher price point is Southshore is only about 10 years old, give or take, and it's predominantly all new builds from those time frames. So a lot of amenities, a lot of different options that you can have, a handful of different builders. But being that they are brand new homes under warranty, you are going to pay a premium for those. And depending on where you pick your lot, if you have reservoir
Got it.
view, I say reservoir. Apparently it's reservoir.
Yeah, O-I-R.
From the guy that eats pears. We'll get into that later. Throw a pear on here, would you? Depending on where you get your home, that lot placed, if you have a view of this private lake that we're sitting on today or the reservoir, you're going to pay what's called a lot premium, and that's going to be because of the location that you're picking. So depending on what you're looking at, you can go as high as $1 million plus out here, but average high fives, more so mid sixes when you're done with like design center and some amenities that you'd like to have in your home. But some great options, and again, this is all new build out here, whether it's townhome, apartment living, predominantly single family homes, all within the last decade. Most of your single family homes just within the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, and I think Southshore has done a really, really good job of bringing the overall Colorado feel that a lot of buyers are looking for over to the southeast side of town here in Aurora by, again, having the reservoir here, the Aurora Reservoir, and these lakes, and the Southshore Rec Center, which we'll show you now. Everything just has this really like lake living vibe, which is really rare for southeast Colorado. You do see more of that obviously up in the mountains and on the west side, but they've really done a good job bringing that out here so residents can get a feel for what it's like having nature and trails and a lake to go paddleboarding on and all that cool stuff.
And as populated as it can get out here, as it starts to grow and become more popular, it still feels a little bit tucked away. You do have some privacy. Obviously, we're on one of the private lakes right now, so either one of us lives here or we're getting in big trouble soon. Cops are going to be here. But it's really cool because you do have a lot of great neighbors over here and super friendly as far as the people that are over here, but it's still tucked away just behind Southlands Mall, and you do have some privacy, which is probably what you want if you are coming to an area with like the lake life feel and more out towards suburbia versus the downtown area.
Yeah, and speaking of Southlands, let's talk about convenience and what it's like actually living in the area. In relocation to grocery stores, restaurants, movie theaters, entertainment for the whole family. Southlands is the place to go.
100%. Between movie theaters to mom and pop shops to breweries to your typical chain bar and grills and fast food restaurants, Walmarts, a ton of different stuff, literally within 5 to 6 minutes of Southshore. In addition to that, you also have Cherry Creek District 5, phenomenal school district. I love the high schools out here between Grandview and then closest, which is Cherokee Trail. Very competitive in sports, very competitive in academics, very competitive with music. So if you do like involving your kid with extracurricular activity, curricular activity, definitely a great spot if you want your kids to be competitive with sports or music or grades or just different clubs that they can be a part of. What I love about Cherry Creek schools is they are, great schools academically, but they're also super productive with challenging your kids with extra stuff. Again, sports, theater, music, a lot of really cool things that they get involved with, a lot of different clubs your kids can get involved with, but you don't have to sacrifice anything, right? You still have this lake life feel. You still have access to the Walgreens and the Walmarts and the Targets and grocery stores. You have an organic King Soopers that's out here, super cool store. So you're not sacrificing anything as far as your needs for day-to-day survival just because you're on the southeast edge of town.
Absolutely. And I mean, man, look at the football stadium and the tennis courts and the track that are over at Cherokee Trail, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, those are, you could tell they did not cut any costs there, and obviously deliver the best product to these students for their athletics, which I definitely think is huge. And that just fits into a lot of the demographic that you see here in the neighborhood. It is a lot of young families, a lot of, middle-aged families with high school students. But overall, they're fairly quiet neighborhoods or private roads that are really well maintained. Everyone has super green grass out here. It is just it's not hidden, but I'll call it a hidden gem here in Aurora. It's one of my favorite places.
Especially bang for buck price-wise, you get a lot out of it. In regards to this guide, right, definitely be dog friendly. There's a lot of trails out here. People love their dogs in Colorado, so if you're super dog friendly or if you enjoy your own dogs, this neighborhood's been built around having those trails for either exercise or just bringing your pets out. Everybody we've met out here, I've got a lot of friends out here as well. Super friendly, super proactive type of folks, help your neighbor kind of folk.
It is.
And really cool.
This is one of those neighborhoods where the HOA is worth it. You're not looking at too much money per month as far as HOA goes. But what I do like about HOAs is when they actually provide value. First of all, they help keep the neighborhood clean so no one has their Uncle Eddie RVs parked in front of their house, or just the 8 broken down vehicles that they're all trying to repair at once. You do have affordable HOAs out here, and like we said before, you get the rec center.
Yep.
With the pool, you get the lakes. There's just a lot of stuff that they include. A lot of grounds maintenance, like you mentioned, the trails and just the wildlife and the plant life that's around here. It's a gorgeous spot, and you definitely get what you pay for as far as HOA goes.
Correct. Commute-wise, if you guys are looking at a map right now, your primary functions as far as travel-wise, getting back to Denver or commuting around the city, you've got E470. It is a toll road, phenomenal toll road, never busy. That's going to be able to take you either direction if you're going to DTC or Lone Tree area. You've got access south. You can also take that north, and that gets you into the northern part of Aurora. It also connects you to I-70. So depending on where you need to go in regards to commute for work, whether it's the south side toward Colorado Springs and Lone Tree, or north side, as in getting all the way to Denver, definitely several different options. And I would say you're probably about an hour with traffic, maybe an hour and 10. If you're not taking a toll road, you're probably about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 with traffic if you're going to be using Smoky Hill to Parker to then 225 and I-25. So a little bit of a hike if you're not using toll roads. However, super worth it. Super appreciate what they've done out here. Hopefully, we will see you guys soon in this one. If you have any questions in regards to Southshore, please ring us like it's ringing us right now. Look at that, YouTube.
There we go.
If it's ringing us right now. But for now, this is pretty much wrapping it up for our thoughts on Southshore and what they have to offer.
Before you guys sign off, before you get out of here, we're going to go check out one of my favorite builders, Toll Brothers, at one of the homes that they've built out here, one of the model homes that they have.
Infinity pool.
So it's right on the reservoir, infinity pool, hot tub, amazing interior. So we're going to go do a little walkthrough of that so you guys can enjoy the footage, enjoy the little B-roll outro there, and we'll see you guys next time.
Great insight as far as how far can you go with a home out here. You don't have to do all of those things that we show in this walkthrough, but it definitely shows you just how high that cap is as far as what you guys might want to do in Southshore. So enjoy that. If you guys have any more questions or additional information that you might need, call, text, like the video if you like it. Please subscribe to our channel if you find this valuable for yourself or for a friend. We look forward to helping you guys in the future. But until next time, we'll see you guys on the flip side.
See ya.
See you guys.